Hey there, sports fans. Welcome back to Tips and Streams, your ultimate destination for daily sports forecasts and winning predictions. I'm Kokon, and each day we're diving deep into the action, bringing you the latest insights, stats, and top picks from the world of sports. Here at Tips and Streams, we believe in making informed predictions, backed by in-depth analysis and a keen understanding of the game. So, buckle up and get ready for today's forecast. It's time to turn our knowledge to your advantage. Let's get started. Today we have a prediction for 4 WNBA games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the New York Liberty and Atlanta Deram. The New York Liberty and Atlanta Dream are set for a showdown at the Gateway Center on Sunday afternoon, promising an exciting WNBA matchup. The Liberty are facing the second game of a back-to-back, having played the Los Angeles Sparks at home the previous day. This quick turnaround, coupled with travel, is a significant challenge for New York. Meanwhile, Atlanta is eager to bounce back and improve their early season struggles. The New York Liberty are off to a strong start this season, boasting a high-powered offense that averages 87.6 points per game, making them the league's top-scoring team. Their shooting efficiency is impressive, with a 46% field goal percentage, 35.5% from three-point range, and 83.9% from the free throw line. Breanna Stewart leads the team with 19.1 points and 8.9 rebounds per game, supported by Sabrina Ionescu's 18.6 points and Jonquel Jones's all-around contributions. Defensively, the Liberty are just as formidable, allowing only 78.6 points per game, ranking third in the league. On the other side, the Atlanta Dream have faced some early season hurdles. They average 75.9 points per game while shooting 39.3% from the field and 31.8% from beyond the arc. Despite their struggles, they are solid from the free throw line, converting 80.1% of their attempts. Alicia Gray has been a bright spot for Atlanta, averaging 15.4 points per game, with center Tina Charles contributing 8.9 rebounds. Defensively, the Dream allows 79.9 points per game, placing them fifth in the league. The injury report is crucial in this matchup. The Liberty will be without Betnijah Laney Hamilton, Courtney Vandersloot, and Niara Sabally. Atlanta is missing their top scorer, Ryan Howard, who is out with a knee injury. Howard's absence significantly impacts the Dream's offense and perimeter defense, putting extra pressure on players like Gray and Charles to step up. Looking at recent performance trends, the Liberty have been dominant, winning 10 of their last 11 games. Their road performance is strong, with a 6-2 record away from home. In contrast, the Dream have struggled, losing 6 of their last 8 games and holding a 3-5 record at home. Historically, the Liberty have also had the upper hand in head-to-head matchups, including a 17-point victory over the Dream earlier this month. A key factor to consider is the Liberty's offensive efficiency, particularly their three-point shooting. New York ranks second in the league with a 35.5% three-point percentage, while Atlanta ranks 8th at 31.8%. This disparity in shooting could be a deciding factor, especially given Atlanta's defensive vulnerabilities without Howard. Another critical element is the Liberty's ability to perform under back-to-back conditions. Despite potential fatigue, New York's depth and talent give them a significant advantage. The Dream, already struggling offensively, will find it challenging to keep pace with New York's high-scoring attack, especially without their leading scorer. When looking at the team's recent performances at the Gateway Center, the Liberty have shown they can handle the road environment well. Their strong defensive presence, combined with their offensive firepower, makes them a formidable opponent, regardless of venue. Considering all these factors, the prediction leans heavily in favor of the New York Liberty. Their superior offensive and defensive metrics, coupled with the Dream's injury woes and recent form, suggest a comfortable victory for the visitors. The Liberty's ability to control the game tempo and exploit Atlanta's defensive gaps will be crucial. In conclusion, expect the New York Liberty to win and cover the spread. The Liberty's balanced attack, led by Stewart and Ionescu, alongside their defensive solidity, makes them the clear favorites. The Dream's struggles, especially without Howard, will likely continue, leading to another tough outing for the home team. I'm taking the New York Liberty to win and cover the spread. The second prediction for today is for a game between the Dallas Wings and Washington Mystics. The Dallas Wings and Washington Mystics are set for an electrifying rematch at the Entertainment and Sports Arena. After the Mystics' commanding 97-69 victory over the Wings on Saturday, both teams are gearing up for another showdown in quick succession. This game is crucial as both squads are striving to find their footing and gain some much-needed momentum. The Dallas Wings are in a tough spot, currently on a 10-game losing streak and struggling to hit their stride. With a 2-7 record on the road, the Wings are averaging 79.4 points per game while conceding 86.7 points. Key players like Ariki Ogunbowale, who averages 25.4 points and 5 assists, must step up alongside Natasha Howard, who recently put up 19 points and grabbed 6 rebounds. Meanwhile, the Washington Mystics have shown signs of life after a rough start. Sitting at 3-13, they've managed to win 3 of their last 4 games. The Mystics average 76.5 points while giving up 82.7 points per game. Ariel Atkins, averaging 15.5 points and 3.8 rebounds, and Shakira Austin, with 11.7 points per game, are leading the charge for the Mystics. Historically, the Mystics have had the upper hand against the Wings, especially at home. In the last 5 matchups in Washington, the Mystics have won 4, including the recent blowout. The Wings have struggled to counter the Mystics' game plan, often faltering in defensive efforts and on the boards. The Mystics boast a slightly better field goal percentage at 41.5% compared to the Wings' 43.3%, but it's the defensive stats that favor Washington. The Mystics allow 82.7 points per game compared to the Wings' 86.7. Additionally, the Mystics shoot 34.2% from beyond the arc, while the Wings lag at 28.6%. The back-to-back scenario seems to favor the Mystics, who have shown resilience and adaptability. Historically, the Wings have struggled in consecutive games, often showing signs of fatigue and lack of strategic adjustments. The Mystics, on the other hand, have used these situations to build momentum, as evidenced by their recent form. Injuries will play a significant role in this matchup. The Wings will be without Maddie Siegrist, Satu Sabali, and Jaylen Brown, severely limiting their scoring and defensive options. The Mystics will miss Aaliyah Edwards, Shakira Austin, and Brittany Sykes, but their depth remains formidable, as shown on Saturday. Given the current form, statistical advantages, and recent head-to-head performances, the Washington Mystics are poised to secure another victory. The Wings are in a downward spiral, and their inability to close defensive gaps and rebound effectively will be their undoing. The Mystics' bench depth and superior shooting efficiency, particularly from three-point range, will continue to pose problems for the Wings. Expect the Mystics to dominate the game flow, similar to Saturday's performance. With the Mystics' recent surge, coupled with the Wings' extended losing streak and key injuries, Washington stands out as the clear favorite. Despite the Wings' motivation, the Mystics' execution and home court advantage will likely be the deciding factors. My bet here is on the Washington Mystics to win and cover the spread. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Connecticut Sun and Seattle Storm. The Connecticut Sun, boasting a 13-2 record, are set to take on the Seattle Storm, who hold a 9-6 record, at the Climate Pledge Arena in a crucial WNBA clash this Sunday. Both squads are coming off tough losses to the dominant Las Vegas Aces, offering a unique perspective on their ability to compete at the highest level. The Sun, fresh from a 79-64 defeat, are looking to rebound on the road, while the Storm aim to use their home court advantage to snap their 2-game losing streak. The Sun have been on fire this season, leading the Eastern Conference with the best record. Despite their recent setback, they showed resilience with a 4-game winning streak before facing the Aces. Connecticut averages 80.5 points per game, shooting 44.5% from the field, and their defense is elite, allowing just 71.7 points per game, the best in the league. DeWanna Bonner leads the charge with 16.7 points per game, supported by Brianna Jones and Dijonai Carrington. Meanwhile, the Seattle Storm, currently 4th in the standings, have been tough to beat at home, winning their last 4 games at the Climate Pledge Arena. They average 83.1 points per game and lead the league in rebounding with 37.2 boards per contest. Jewel Lloyd and Nneka Ogwumike are the primary offensive threats, averaging 18.5 and 18.1 points per game, respectively. However, their defense, allowing 79.7 points per game, needs to step up against the Suns' efficient offense. Historically, Connecticut has had the upper hand against Seattle, winning their last 6 matchups. The Suns' defensive prowess has consistently stifled the Storm's offense, which is a critical factor to consider. Even in their recent trips to Seattle, Connecticut has maintained their dominance, showcasing their ability to perform under pressure in a challenging environment. The Storm are relatively healthy, with no major injuries reported. On the other hand, the Sun will be missing Mariah Jefferson. which could affect their guard rotation and depth. Connecticut played just 2 days ago, which might influence their energy levels. However, their record in back-to-back games has been impressive this season. The Suns' disciplined approach and deep roster allow them to handle such quick turnarounds effectively. Seattle, on the other hand, has had a few extra days of rest since their last game on Wednesday, which could give them fresher legs. Comparing field goal percentages, the Sun have a slight edge, shooting 44.5% compared to Seattle's 43%. Connecticut's three-point shooting is also slightly better at 31.3% versus the Storm's 30.2%. Defensively, Connecticut excels, limiting opponents to just 42.9% shooting from the field and 28.7% from beyond the arc. Rebounding is a notable advantage for Seattle, but it might not be enough to counter Connecticut's overall defensive efficiency. Given the stats and historical context, the Connecticut Sun seem better positioned to secure a win despite being on the road and facing a slight underdog status with a plus 1.5 point spread. Their superior defense, combined with consistent scoring and recent dominance over the Storm, tilts the scales in their favor. While Seattle's home court and rest advantage are factors, the Suns' balanced attack and defensive tenacity should prevail. My bet is on the Sun to cover the spread. The fourth prediction for today is for a game between the Indiana Fever and Chicago Sky. Get ready for an electrifying showdown as the Indiana Fever take on the Chicago Sky at Wintrust Arena on June 23, 2024. This Eastern Conference clash promises to be a thriller. The Fever, with a 7-10 record, are riding a hot streak, having won their last 4 games, including a convincing 91-79 victory over the Atlanta Dream. On the flip side, the Sky, sitting at 5-9, are fresh off an 83-72 win against the Dallas Wings. This will be their third meeting this season, with the Fever leading the series 2-0. Indiana's resurgence began with a pivotal win against the Sky on June 1st. Since then, they've been on a tear, posting a 6-2 record. Caitlin Clark has been the catalyst, averaging 16.2 points and 6.2 assists per game. The Fever's offense is firing on all cylinders, ranking 6th in the league with an average of 80.5 points per game, shooting 44% from the field and 35% from beyond the arc. However, their defense has been a liability, allowing 87.9 points per game, the highest in the league. Chicago, meanwhile, has struggled with consistency. They rank 9th in scoring, averaging 79.4 points per game, on 42.1% shooting from the field and 30.7% from three-point range. Defensively, they are more solid, allowing 80.4 points per game, ranking 6th in the league. Rookie forward Angel Reese has been a standout, averaging 16 points and 10.8 rebounds per game, highlighted by a stellar performance against the Wings. In their head-to-head matchups this season, the Fever have dominated, winning both previous games. Their victory on June 1st sparked their current winning streak. Historically, the Fever have performed well at Wintrust Arena, showcasing their offensive prowess and improved defense. In their last meeting, the Fever shot a scorching 52.4% from three-point range, a key factor the Sky need to address. Back-to-back games often impact team performance. The Fever recently faced the Dream and might experience some fatigue, but they have historically managed these scenarios well. The Sky had a day's rest after their game against the Wings, but their performance against teams on winning streaks has been subpar. Statistically, the Fever have the edge in shooting efficiency, with a 44% field goal percentage compared to the Sky's 42.1%. They also excel from beyond the arc, shooting 35% against the Sky's 30.7%. Defensively, the Sky are slightly better, but the Fever's recent form suggests a narrowing gap. Rebounding will be crucial, with the Sky averaging 35.6 rebounds per game compared to the Fever's 32.8. Injury reports could play a significant role. The Sky will be without Elizabeth Williams, and Diamond DeShields is questionable, which could impact their interior defense and rebounding. The Fever will miss Tammy Fagbenle and Damiris Dantas, but their recent form suggests they can handle these absences. Despite the Fever's current form, superior shooting percentages, and head-to-head dominance, the Chicago Sky are ready to turn the tide in this matchup. This game is crucial for the Sky, who are determined to end their losing streak against the Fever. Expect Chicago to leverage their defensive strengths and capitalize on their home court advantage. Angel Reese's rebounding prowess and the Sky's solid defensive capabilities will be pivotal. The Sky have shown flashes of brilliance and, with a focused and determined effort, can overcome the Fever's momentum. I'm picking the Chicago Sky to win and cover.